right. Hello, class. Hi there. Will McBurney here. Uh, Forgive the bare nature of where I'm lecturing. I'm actually moving in 2 days, so my office is currently empty. But wanted to go ahead and get this meeting started. So first, if you have questions, please post them in chat, which is over that way. Go ahead and post them in chat. I will try to respond to them as I see them and as I'm able to. I just briefly want to review some of the things we're doing in 2110 to keep things moving here throughout the rest of the semester. I don't know if you've heard, but it has been confirmed that the entire rest of the semester, including finals, will be online. We don't actually have all the details about how finals are going to be done yet, so I can't answer questions there. I'll be honest when I can't answer a question. But from that, I just want to quickly take us over to the Piazza Mega Thread, and I just want to make sure that everyone sees it, sees where it is, etc. So with that, on Piazza right now, the third to highest pin post, and I'll zoom in a bit just to make sure that everyone can see it, even if they're on a lower resolution. Third highest post is the COVID-19 online course master thread, zooming out a bit. Um, we have updated the course schedule, so I'll just go ahead and take us to Colab here super quickly. And you take a look at the course schedule, which again I need to zoom in on, you can see that we have included the days that class was canceled due to the delay of the start of class. By the way, let me know if audio is off or anything. I've streamed before, albeit not on this account, but so I think the audio is configured right. But please let me know if it's not. So from there, tomorrow we are going to cover exception handling. We're then going to move into stacks and queues, and then intro into algorithms. This all leads up to exam 2, which has been pushed back to um, April 3rd. Homework 4 deadline is actually no longer the end of next week. Rather, the homework 4 deadline has also been pushed back due to the lost time to April 1. No, that's not an April Fool's joke. So just, by the way, I can actually, I have all these slides up, so I'll just go ahead and show them. Um, there we go. Move my face so it's not in the way. So immediate schedule changes. Exam 2 will now be April 3rd. We actually don't have all the details on how we're doing exams yet. Expect it to be done similarly with Colab as well as the Ford website, but the nature of what notes will be allowed, etc., is to be determined. So I'll have another video as that is approaching. Um, Homework 4, as we mentioned, now due April 1st. It was originally due next Friday, which was March 27th. We've pushed it back 5 days to effectively account for the days of office hours that we have lost. Office hours fully will resume on Monday of next week, so Monday the 23rd. That includes my office hours, which we'll talk about in a bit. Are there any questions so far just about the schedule changes or about something you see in the Piazza master thread, which I'll just pull that back up real quick. I'll generally leave about a minute for people to type questions, and if none come in, I'll just sit here awkwardly. Uh, how will labs work? So we will get to that. We will get to that. So that is what I will say is first. Broadly, that's covered here, but I'll try to go into detail and show you how that's going to be done. In fact, that is on the agenda here that I have. So the lab is kind of the next thing. All right. If I see other questions, I'll stop and answer them, but otherwise, I'm going to keep moving here. So, first, acknowledge that Section 4, your lectures will actually be recorded. This is just because with some students on the West Coast now, that's 6 a.m. in the morning for you guys. So those lectures will be recorded. My lectures will be live streamed on this Twitch channel. Um, and uh, and just to be clear, like we're making no attempt to monetize these channels. Obviously, that would be just a gross uh, 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 conflict of interest. So no such attempt there. Um, I will also be taking these streams that I do. I will cut them and put them onto my YouTube page here. This is my instructional YouTube page. I hope. I hope it's not my gaming YouTube page. There we go. You can see that I like Tetris. But here are just some videos I've uploaded. I will add more. I will try to create a playlist that'll be on my YouTube channel there. The other professors are all doing things. So Professor Apostolilis will be doing Zoom for his classroom, and the recordings will be saved into the virtual classroom sidebar on Colab. You'll see that there's the virtual classroom here. Um, no, you won't see that. Oh, because I'm zoomed in too much. There we go. It's right here, above my head at this point. Can Section 4 students attend? Certainly. Yes, you are welcome to attend other live streams. Here is my request. Um, not the Zoom session. And this is not really my request. This is Professor Apostolilis's request. Zoom does have bandwidth where everyone in the channel, because they're both a downloader and an uploader, it could be concerning, at least for the first week. Please don't attend that if you're not in Professor Apostolilis' section. This is just to make sure that the load balancing is there. I will be the. I'll answer that question just a second. Good question. Um, so right now I've heard Zoom is getting slammed. Is the video buffering a lot for other people? I haven't dropped any frames. Um, so what I would suggest is maybe turn down the quality and see if that helps. Um, sorry, I'm trying to keep it. This is going to be weird. Like I said, we've never done this before. If you saw my other kind of journal, so yeah. Anyway, for mine and Professor Nada's live streams, which will be on Piazza or on Twitch, excuse me, I haven't seen any issues with Twitch. I mean, there's guys who stream with literally tens of thousands of people watching, so I figure an extra 5 on top of my 100 or 2 won't hurt. So certainly you're always welcome to attend my sections. Just with the Zoom section for Professor Apostolilis, I would, at least for the first week, try to allow his students into that section first, and let's see how manageable and scalable Zoom is. But for Twitch, I'm fine with people attending. Will there be a quiz for this week? By this week, posted tomorrow. So I want to be clear. There will be no quiz posted on March 20th at this time. Um, I'm going to leave myself the wiggle room to say if that changes tomorrow, which I'll be incredibly surprised by, then you'll hear about it in lecture. But at this time, I have not done anything to write a quiz, and I don't believe anyone else has. We haven't discussed it, and there's no intent to do it. How are you guys approaching the credit non-credit policy? I don't know the answer to that question yet. So let me try to keep the questions at least for now, because if you look at my agenda here, right down there, I have Q&A. Are they going to be in class? Yes. But let's for now hold off on the questions until I get to the Q&A, just because right now I'm still kind of stuck here in the Piazza Mega Thread. I'm trying to get down to this. So hold off those questions. Are there going to be in class assignments though? Yes, there will be, except they won't be in class. They'll just be daily, but we're not going to change the name. We'll call them in class. Um, all right. So uh, going back to the Mega Thread here. So here's all the lecture information. Down here is the office hours information. Professor Apostole is still finalizing his office hours. Professor Bossett and I will be using Discord, whereas Professor Stone will be using Slack. So you can, if you're in his section, you can still join his Slack. He'll let you in. You'll be able to meet with him in office hours there, and he'll probably create Zoom channels for you. For mine, I'm just going to quickly show my Discord channel, which is currently, and yes, you can see like all the other Discords I have here. Woo, because I actually use Discord quite regularly for gaming stuff and things. But this is not gaming. So first, when you join, you'll see all the rules of the Discord here. I want to be clear. that please don't send me questions for homework in the text channels here, and the same applies to Professor Bossett. Certainly you're welcome to come into our office hours to ask about homework. It's just wait until we're actually there and using the voice channels. If you have homework questions, please continue to use. Can we 1v1 in Fortnite? No. I don't. I suck at shooters. Um, but anyway, so for the Discord channel, what will happen is, and the link is there if anyone wants to join and jump into lecture watch. I mean, I'm gonna keep myself muted, but you can see I'm here. If someone wants to jump in, I'm not gonna share that Pudge. Um, if someone wants to jump in, just on the piazza, if you there we go. Perfect. Thank you. So, thank you, Hudson, for being the willing volunteer. So, Hudson, if you asked for my help in office hours, you would wait in the office hours 2110 queue because that's the class that you're in. Once I see you there, hang on, you're gonna wait in the 2110 office hours. Wait there just 1 second, please. Live demos. Thank you, by the way, for helping. But the idea is then once I need help, I'll pop up here and say, "Hey, who's next in the queue?" And then, you know, please be honest. Someone will say they're next. I will then pull them down to a private room. I can then do right-click call. Please let me initiate the call. Please don't for general questions, please wait until the end, just because I'm trying to get through the lab stuff. Please only ask questions for now about the about my office hours, as well as when I get to lab office hours. But I'll pull you in here. I will do a video call, at which point we can do screen share. If you're going to come into office hours for a homework, please submit your homework code before you come in. Because what will happen is I will want to download it in order to look at your code. I'm not going to want to tell you scroll up, scroll down. But this is how I'll do office hours. This is also how Professor Bossett is doing office hours. Panagiotis, or excuse me, Professor Apostolias and Professor Stone are doing their own techniques, so I don't want to speak for them, but if you're in their sections, they'll reach out to you, or they already have reached out to you to explain how their setup is going to work. I will get to that question, by the way, Sir Kickstone. I just want to get through at least the base point. So similarly, we have a 2110 lab, which is it's this logo on Discord. And I'm gonna disconnect there. This is where lab session is going to be. So let's talk a little bit about lab first. So lab, typically the way it's been done is you come in, you usually get some little mini lecture, and then you perform an activity, a collaborative activity, working with your fellow students, etc. And the rule is at the end, you have to show the result. BSA 420. We do not limit submissions on WebCat. We haven't this term. We were thinking about it, but obviously, since we're going online, that seems like a really bad time to introduce submission limits to WebCat. So we at this time do not plan to do so. So you will not be wasting submissions. Excuse me, wasting submissions. Sorry, I forgot where the bounds of my screen were. By submitting to WebCat, it's just going to enable us to share. So that's just go ahead and submit on WebCat before you come in. Anyway, so now we're obviously not going to make everyone join a Zoom meeting to work on the lab, especially if you feel that you can do the lab on your own. We want to allow for that. So now the difference with lab is rather than someone checking you off, the way we're going to do lab is you're going to be given an assignment on Colab, which is going to be the same as the lab would have been. Generally, you need to produce some type of output. You will then, open up Eclipse. You'll work on that. Like, let's say we said write hello world. You'll write this. You'll then run the program, take a screenshot of the output, and then send in both the screenshot and your source code file on Colab. At which point we will grade labs on Colab. And if you can do all of that without TA help, you are absolutely welcome to do so. There's no problem with that. By the way, we will still be recording those lab lectures. They may be live streamed, they may be recorded. Your head TA will describe to you your particular section's means of doing that, and we'll try to get that onto the master thread. But for the assignment itself, if you do it completely independently and then just submit it on Colab, and you're fine with that, then yeah, cool. You don't have to do anything else. If you need help, that is where this Discord comes in. So you're not required to use this lab help Discord at all. We have all the rules kind of listed here, but just to give you an idea, we have all these collaboration rooms. So let's say you and a friend want to work together. You can join this collab room. You can talk to each other, video chat, whatever you want that Discord supports. If you're waiting for help, if you need help for a TA, you will notice, is that link to join Discord posted somewhere? It is posted, I believe I just got it up on the master thread. Yes, I have it up on the master thread right here. So there it is. Again, general questions, please let's save them for the end. So if it's specifically about lab, I will be happy to help out with it. What if for some parts of the lab we worked on for a while and then relied on TAs explain the answers at the end? Will they still explain some parts at the end if needed? So if you need help on lab, that's when you'll come to this Discord. At this point, we will still have all our TAs during your usual lab time, so either 5 to 7 or 7 to 9. They will be in this channel. They will be, watching, observing, etc. Thank you for linking that. At this point, if you need help, they will pull you down to one of these private rooms and they will work with you. And that can involve screen share, that can involve messaging, however you want to do it. The TA will work with you. Our goal is for you to be able to complete the lab. What date and time will labs be due by? My understanding, and this may change, is that they'll be due by the end of Tuesday night. That is to say, likely 11:30. So you have to get the lab completely right to get credit. I'll say mostly right. Similar to your in-class activities, if you submit something that is just not close to an attempt at a correct answer, then at that point you won't get credit. But if you submit something that at least approximates a good answer, clearly shows effort, you will still get full credit like the in-class activities. But so if you need help, just come in, join the waiting room. There is down here a queue. You will then type into this queue like, Will McBurney, and then just I'm struggling with blank, something like that. You will then enter that. You'll just sit in this waiting room. Once a TA gets to you, they will pull you down to a private room. They'll help you out. As I said before, the TAs will be in this room, waiting for students to help out during the lab hours. So from 5 to 7 or 7 to 9. Are you allowed to work with classmates on lab? Yes. And on in-class activities, and by the way, you're welcome to use these collaboration rooms for in-class activities if you want to. For in-class activities, for labs, collaboration is still encouraged. Not on homeworks. Same rules as before. That let's please be kind. Thank you. That's I understand if this is just something I have to do. Please be kind. Thank you. So you are still encouraged to work with each other. We have these collab rooms. You don't have to use these to collaborate. You can use your own Zoom rooms. You can use your own Discords, smoke signals. However you choose to collaborate, you're welcome to do so on the in-class activities in the lab. So lab, you are not required to be anywhere or do anything, but you will be required to submit your work. What time will it be due by? Currently, the plan is Tuesday night by 11:30, and that's just because we only want one assignment per each lab, and so Again, if you as soon as it's posted, you can work on it early. You don't have to wait until the lab period would have been. Any other questions specifically about lab? I'll wait a minute to let people get in any lab questions. And by the way, if I will the labs be posted on Mondays? Yes, that is the goal. Yeah, it'll be posted both in the resources folder for the relevant slides and information, and there'll be an assignment posted as well. That is the intent. Yes. Also, I forgot my little message here. Is there a quiz due this Sunday? So again, there. I actually answered that one earlier, but I'm going to put off any general questions until later. He is not using Discord. Am I still expect to get a Discord for labs? No, you are not required to. But if you want help, please do get Discord. It's very simple to set up. So if you need help for lab, that will be done through Discord. Um, all the TAs that are usually up front, will they be in Discord? Yes, they will be. So they will be in Discord during your lab time. Can you collab with someone in another lab section? Yes, that is fine. That is fine. Will there be lab PowerPoints? Those are helpful. Yes, those will be uploaded onto the resources tab. Can we attend other lab sessions? So again, there's no attend required, but let's say your lab were 5 to 7 on Monday. That doesn't mean we expect you to be out of Discord by 7 p.m. You're welcome to come to Discord during any lab section. Um, we encourage you to come early just to help out, because what we don't want is we don't want everyone from every section coming Tuesday 7 to 9 p.m. when our lab section was generally small and then end up with no one available. Any other questions about lab? All right, I'm gonna move on to the next topic. But if I see any lab questions, or if you still have lab questions, I'll wait till the end. Is there still participation? Yes, there is. I'll talk about that in just a second. So, how many labs are left this semester? I haven't actually counted. They're going to be every Monday from now until the end of the semester. Every Monday, Tuesday from now until the end of the semester. So I haven't counted. I'm not going to pull up my calendar yet to count, but expect every Monday, Tuesday. All right, so we've talked about the lab Discord. So creating a Zoom, I just want to quickly show you how to do that. If you just go to zoom.us, you can sign in. Let me go ahead and quickly sign out just to show you how to sign in. You can sign in, and then from there, you will log in. I'm not screen sharing. There we go. So go to zoom.us. You will sign in. From there, this is for TA office hours. You need to be able to set up this Zoom. So for instance, that's my Zoom meeting room. I will not be using it for lecture. And don't just like pop in and wait for me, because I kind of hate Zoom personally, but it is good for one-on-one meetings or small meetings. To that end, this number is your personal meeting ID. Notice that it matches up exactly with this URL, 424-705-9139, 424-705-9139. Everyone has a different URL, but that's where it is, and I'll just zoom in on it. This is the relevant part. What you need to do is when you need help with the homework during TA office hours, you will go to the office hours. First, make sure we're having office hours right now. Check the office hour calendar, which is currently going to the wrong URL. I will fix that. Sorry, that is my bad. But you will go to the office hour queue, and I see a different view than the students, because I'm considered a TA role for this context. Someone will turn on the office hour queue, and the same as before. When you join the office hour queue, it will ask you for your location and your problem. Your location is this number. That's your location. Normally, you would have put something like, I'm seated at table 9 in the stacks, and, something like that. Now, this is your location, this number. And what you will then do is you will create your Zoom meeting. The Then you will invite the TA, or the TA will join your Zoom meeting. Make sure, by the way, that you let people join the meeting in progress, that you don't block in joining. Hang on one second. Please don't send me messages on Discord because I won't be using them to. I won't be using Discord for PMing students. Please use email or Piazza. Um, But anyway, this is your location for the office hours queue, and then describe your problem as you normally would. At this point, a TA will join your Zoom meeting. So the TA will join your Zoom meeting. They will help you out. You can then figure out what you want to do from there, whether you want to do screen share, send files back and forth, however you want to do it, that's between you and the TA. But this is now the location. Does that make sense? Are there any questions about the office hours queue for TA office hours? This is separate from instructor office hours. Instructor office hours, I just kind of manage it myself. And I'll give a minute for questions to be typed in. Sorry. You can hear I have a very, very lovely clicky keyboard. How do we do the in progress join? So if you go to settings, there's a way to change that. So you can kind of scroll down and find the setting here. I don't know off the top of my head. I did it earlier today and I forgot, so I will just do a Piazza post on that. Our TA office hours are still the same. So we are telling our TAs to update. Please, emotes are fine in small quantities, just like dandelions. Otherwise, it just gets too many weeds. Our TA office. So we will be making sure. And again, I screwed up this link, so I'll fix it. This calendar will still link to our TA office hours calendar, and we will make sure that that is up to date by Monday when office hours start. Thank you for linking that, and I will just make sure that everyone knows how to do that, because what you don't want is you don't want the TA trying to join your meeting and they can't. But you're still going to be using the office hour queue here. Just the only key is that your location is, again, this personal meeting number. Any other questions? And I don't have a problem with Twitch emotes, provided that they're not offensive. Certainly, offensive emotes will be considered ban worthy for trivial reasons. Okay. Any other questions about office hour labs? Bible thumps are always welcome. That said, if it gets out of hand, I will have to turn on slow mode. So please consider that. Okay. So, as a reminder, this is important. Office hours are going to get really, really crazy the day assignments are due and the day before assignments are due. If you're especially worried about moving to this online format, please, 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 please come to office hours early. Yes, we delayed homework 4 to being due to April 1. If you're currently struggling with homework 4, you should be in office hours on Monday or Tuesday of next week. Uh, please do not wait until the last minute to come in, because it's going to be crazy. And the first time that we do it, it's going to be not great. I'm going to be honest. I'm lecturing right now, and I'm doing a pretty bad job, if I'm completely honest. I'm going to have to work on this skill set. The TAs are going to have to work on this skill set. So please be patient, but do take the time to start early. If you're showing up like the day the assignment's due, okay, you know how bad in-person office hours are the day an assignment is due? It's going to be that, but online. So please understand how terrible that will be. Start on homework 4 early. Utilize the examples we gave from class a lot. Um, you're welcome to use online resources that describe, provided they are not some copy paste of a past assignment, which won't actually help you because we've changed the assignment enough. But you cite your sources, cite the actual URL that you found it. Any other questions on TA office hours? I'll give it another like 30 seconds, and I'll move on to the next thing. And yes, this background again will change over the next couple days. I'm moving at the moment. I'll actually have a whiteboard in my new house too, so when I do lecture, I'm gonna have like a chalkboard and whiteboard and everything too. So, our office hours offered on Discord too. At this time, no. Um, but if there's a lot of interest in that idea, please let me and the TAs know. Um, if this could be something where if for now we're just going to use our office hours queue, and we're just going to try to build off that to try to introduce as few new systems as possible. But again, we don't. There's no right way to do this. So please, if you have suggestions that you find broad support for, let us know certainly. But at this time, no, there will be no TA office hours over Discord. My personal office hours, yes, but not TA. All right. So we talked about lab. Let me just make sure I cover everything. Um, if we forget where can we find this info? Right here. It's on the master thread. I'm still populating it, so anything that I'm saying now that isn't there yet will be there by the end of tonight. This thread is going to be pinned on Piazza the rest of the semester. So it would look there and notice. I mean, I even have a screenshot of what your ID is. Um, so this is all written down here. Yes, I will also be saving the Twitch VODs, correct. And I will be posting them to YouTube as well. Poggers indeed. All right. With that, what are your keyboard switches? I actually don't remember. But yeah, again, the video on demand will be both on Twitch but also on my YouTube channel. So with that, and I actually have no clue what the delay is right now, so it's difficult to do this. Okay, I'm approaching 50 minutes in. Let's try to speed this up. All right. So from there, I talked about the course schedule changes already. Let me just make sure I've hit everything that is in my slides. One sec here. So we've talked about lab. I've talked about that. Just some general etiquette. Our instructor office hours on Discord. So again, check the mega thread because different instructors are doing different things. I am a gamer, and as such, Discord is second nature to me. So I'm using Discord for office hours. Other instructors aren't gamers. They haven't used Discord a lot, but they've used a lot of Slack. They're going to use Slack. So again, check the mega thread there. Kappa, by the way, is the best emote, and if you don't agree, you'll get banned from chat. Not really. Anyway, so again, all that's in the mega thread. Here it is. Professor Apostolalis will be posting there. That's not a good sound for a cough. Sorry about that. Sorry for blowing out some eardrums there. All right. So with that, if we can relax and chat just for a second. During this time, please actually no emote spam, as I'm going to try to answer questions that are relevant to the class. So first, here's what I'll do. because I'm getting so many like gaming style questions, I will say that for the next 10 minutes, questions can only be about CS 2110. For the next 10 minutes, it is now 6:35, so until 6:45, only CS 2110 questions. After that, anything's fair game. Will you still be holding your class 12 to 1? That is my intent. Okay, I want to be clear. So Colab only lets us send announcements out to the class as a whole. Sending it out to individual sections is difficult. So as a result, she sent out a general message, but within that message was a specific statement for her students, which is when her office hours are and when her lecture recordings will be. My office hours, and by the way, you don't have to be in my section to come to my office hours. You can be in any section and come to office hours. And let me just go to full screen here. That way, my body language is a bit easier to see. Let me one sec. I'm just making sure that this is 2110 questions only. Yes, Professor Bossett's in here, by the way. Professor N. Bossett. So mine will still be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 12 to 1. In-class activities will still be due Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11:30. That is correct. They will be done remotely. Depending on the day, I will usually try to stick around in my Discord after class for a little bit to help specifically with the in-class assignment, as well as TA office hours will do that. Do you think that your Discord will make it easier to send out announcements just for your class? I will still be using Colab for any announcements. Generally, I don't want to. If I have something, it will for my section, I will still post it on Colab just to try to keep all announcements in one place, which is Colab. My office hours Discord will not have messages just for my class. One, because it's not my class's Discord. Like anyone in any of the sections can come into my Discord, and I don't have a problem with that. So that is what I will say to answer that question. But yeah, do expect in class activities. Do expect them to be due 11:30. Generally, generally the title of the announcement on Colab will say which section it pertains to. That's correct. Generally, we don't have a lot of specific sessions. I'm not currently in the class on Piazza. Was that something that was supposed to be done at the beginning of the semester that I missed? Yes, but if you go on Colab and you click on Piazza, here it is. You can then create an account with your Virginia email. I very strongly recommend. Sorry, I don't have screen share on. Sorry, go on to Colab. So this is one of the things I'm gonna have to learn how to do, knowing when to switch to screen share. Go on Colab and let me move the bald guy over here for a second. You will see that there's a link to Piazza right here. Click on it. This takes you to Piazza. Create a login. This is the general place to go to for homework help as well. If you can form it if they're on office hours right now. There's also a link to Piazza in the syllabus. That's true. Yeah, I personally love Piazza. I try to be pretty active on it just to demonstrate this fact real quick. You can see that I have the most contributions on Piazza of anyone, including TAs, so I'm pretty religious here with it. But Piazza is just a great question and answer forum, so I very strongly encourage you get on that. That said, announcements will be posted on Colab. The reason I have this Piazza mega thread is this information is not finalized yet. Once it is finalized, we will do a Colab announcement for it. Any other questions? Is the next midterm still at the same date? So if you check the course schedule, and the reason I'm not answering that directly and showing you where to find the answer is just because if I will answer this many times if I start answering it now. Go to the course schedule, which has been updated, and if you scroll down, you will see that exam 2 has been moved to April 3rd, Friday, April 3rd. For the format, I suspect we will still be using Colab and the Ford website like we did on the previous exams, but there may be some changes to account for the fact that it is online. We'll address those in class as we get closer to the exam. Is the collaboration policy for the rest the same for the rest of the semester? Yes. So the collaboration policy does not change, and the reason for that is part of like a big part of this class is getting you prepared for 2150, and 2150 is going to be actually be very strict about collaboration policies as well. So the collaboration policy is still you are welcome and encouraged to collaborate on in-class activities and on lab. You are not encouraged to collaborate on homeworks. My general rule is pencils down, and I have to keep putting my hands in the right places, which is to say that if you are working, I'll answer that question in a second. If you are working, if you're working on the homework and you want to discuss with another student broadly what a solution is, I don't have a problem with that when I emphasize the word broadly. But you should never share code, see another student's code, let another student see your code, post your code online. At no point should you see any other student's code, past, present, or future, in this class. That includes in future semesters if you have friends that take 2110 later. So that policy is unchanged. You should at no point see anyone else's code for the homework. Again, lab, share each other's code. I encourage it. In-class activities, share each other's code. I encourage it. Work on it. Always don't copy and paste code, obviously, but you're welcome to work on it at the code level together. Homework, we draw that dividing line and we say you need to work independently because that's where we're verifying your learning progress, but also reinforcing it. Will midterm be taken at normal class time? So this is still up in the air. I don't have the answers for the exam information yet because we haven't actually gotten to discuss it yet. Again, we're a week removed from finding we're taking this class online. So from there, we will address this before the midterm. Hopefully by the end of next week, but please do bear with us as right now I don't know how we're doing the exam in its entirety. So we haven't come to consensus on that yet. What's up, Broski? You asked if the info isn't finalized, does that mean what you've told us could change? No. So what I've told you isn't going to change in the immediate future. By finalized, I mean I need to flesh out the details in this a bit. So right now this is a rough draft, and I need to finalize it. Also, as you can see, we're still missing an off. Well, I don't have screen share on. Sorry. So it by not finalized, the content won't change. Just the presentation will try to be more clear. By the way, you can't post email addresses in chat, but I'll answer that question in just 1 second. Um, so this isn't going to change. It's just going to be better elaborated on. Now, I want to be very clear about one thing. It could be that after a week of doing this on Twitch, I say this is not worth the trouble. I can't do this anymore. I'm going to pre-recorded lectures. I really hope I don't do that. Because you lose a lot by not lecturing live. But as you can see, it already takes a long time to answer questions online. So if that changes, I will let you know. But at this time, nothing here is intended to change. Here meaning the master thread. Uh, but if it does, we will certainly make that announcement exceedingly clear. Because we know that where lecture is vitally important. So please let me know if there's still if I failed to answer that question completely. What's up, broski? KSTAD. So first, this is just to show you on the home tab on Colab. You will see. Sorry, not my home tab. On the home tab for the class, you'll see that. And by the way, we're still working on. We're gonna get all the online information on here as well. It's just not there. I point at the screen like you can see it. That's where my monitor is, by the way. But the points of contact have not changed. So, for example, if you have issues with in-class activity, here's who you contact. If you have issues with quiz grading, here's who you contact. Lab contact if you're having issues where you feel that your lab grade was incorrect, etc. So this is all here, and it's designed to reach out to us. And yes, we do need to still update a lot of this information because, for example, that still goes to the wrong schedule. Uh, we're trying to get everything onto the master thread first before we migrate it over to Colab. We're at 6:45, and I'm still answering serious questions. So let me give. If I go a minute without answering a serious question, then I will answer not serious questions. But I will make it very clear that the stream has ended before I do that. Any questions? Are there in-class activities still are yes, 3 in-class activities will still be excused. At this time, we don't plan to increase that. Um, so it's still expected to be 3 in-class activities and your 1 lowest quiz excused. Correct. No homeworks excused. I'm gonna scroll up because there were a couple questions that were asked earlier that I think were very good questions. So the first question, and I'm just going to say I sincerely do not know the answer to this. Let me see if I can find it. Um, there was a question asking about effectively, and I do, by the way, lurk on the school subreddit for the note. It was asking about the effectively the no credit versus credit, like I think equivalent to say pass fail change. I don't know what our position on that is yet, but I will bring it up at the next meeting that we have and try to come to an answer on that with the other faculty. Um, I don't know what policy we have. We haven't discussed it yet, but we will do so. I realize that's a non-answer, but we will make an answer and we will formally share it. We've only had a day to react, and as you can tell, we're kind of scrambling. Syllabus says the 2 lowest quizzes are dropped. Okay, if the syllabus says that, then the syllabus is correct. I am not sure actually. So I've only seen that there is something about a credit no credit policy. I haven't discussed that with the other professors yet. So I'm not sure what the ruling is yet. It is something that I explicitly plan to bring up. I just want to recognize that I'm aware of it without actually saying anything about what our end result will be because I don't know what our end result will be yet. Syllabus says that. If the syllabus says it, then the syllabus is correct. Okay. Professor Bossett just clarified. We have class until April 28th to decide for ourselves by class. Okay. Whatever ends up being, if you decide by yourself. Okay. All right. So we'll try to make sure that we're saying the same thing as everyone else. By the way, apologies. Cat's running in and out of my room right now. We'll try to synergize on that. That only came out I think yesterday or the day before, and we haven't had time to assimilate that yet. But thank you for sharing that information. We will confirm it and then share it once we've confirmed it. I just haven't had time to confirm it yet. Any last serious questions? I'll give like another minute for that. And certainly we understand taking a class online is not the same as taking it offline. I actually did a little presentation of why I'm worried. And one of the things is online classes, if you control for other factors, students tend to perform, if the online class is the same as the in person, tend to perform 10% lower. So we recognize that that's a difficulty we need to overcome. So we're going to try to learn as we do. Sir Kickstone, yes, you did answer. You did ask. It was about the quiz question, correct? Uh, oh, how will this work out for West Coast students? So I don't want to say exactly what will be happening with the exams yet because I don't know. I suspect we will try to come up certainly with some type of solution that allows for asynchronous exam taking. I just don't know what that solution is yet. What I will say is as we approach exam 2, we will make very very clear what that policy is. Is there any chance the entire CS? Again, I can't say what we're doing as far as credit no credit goes. I can't answer that at this time, other than to say, like the exam question, I apologize, I can't answer it. But with the exam thing, we know it's an issue. We just haven't had time to resolve it. And with the credit no credit thing, we only found out it was an issue like yesterday, or I think I saw it last night, and we haven't had time to discuss it. But we will, and I apologize that we don't have answers right now. But certainly we're aware. For example, if someone, let's say, had to go back to a country that's on a very different time zone, say in Europe or Asia, certainly we're not expecting people to get up at 3 a.m. to take the exam. So we'll figure out some solution to that. We don't know what that is yet. It's on our radar. Also, there was a question about a quiz this week. Professor Bossett, you're still in chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. There is no intent to release a quiz tomorrow. Correct. But if there is, then I can, I mean, I can announce that in class tomorrow. But I don't think we plan to do a quiz tomorrow. Yes, no intent to release a quiz. Good. Okay, we're confirmed there. For the issue with uploading in-class activity 21 into the, how can we avoid that in the future? What will the makeup be? So that is something that will be announced on Colab by the TA in charge of in-class activities. Because I think we were working on an announcement of some kind before that, but then the last week and a half has happened. So I think it's certainly fallen off my radar. Um, we'll have an announcement on Colab about that once a decision is made. Will there be a clarification of the credit policy before the withdrawal deadline? I believe the withdrawal deadline is today. Um, my understanding, and this is my understanding, I am not confirming that that this is our policy. My understanding is students can choose to still receive a letter grade or choose to go to effectively pass fail, credit no credit. That is my understanding, and it may be incorrect. If What I would say is defer to what has been officially stated by the deans of the colleges. How to find the profile tab in Zoom? Yes, go to zoom.us. Uh, Up here, enhance. Under my account, it's just right here. Just sign in, then up here, go to my account, and it's there. Okay, yeah. I'm going to assume that what people have been saying in chat is accurate, but understand that this is me still recently assimilating this, and I apologize that I'm kind of being a bit non-committal here, but it's because I haven't had a chance to discuss with other faculty. I cannot make a decision for it. But based on what has been posted, credit no credit will be the default grading system. Thank you for sharing this, by the way. Credit no credit will be the default, but you can opt into a letter grade, and that decision needs to be made by April 28th. Um, we do upload our grades as they are completed. Um, but certainly, I can't really say anything more on that tonight because we're not meeting tonight. The faculty will probably meet next on Monday, uh, possibly sooner, very probably sooner even, but certainly by Monday. I don't want to answer a question that and then turn out to be misleading students. But based on that, yeah, I don't know what the process is certainly, but there will be some process to opt into a letter grade. But otherwise, it's default going to credit, no credit. Which by the way, I support that decision wholeheartedly. I think it makes all the sense in the world. If it were my individual opinion, I would make that. Um, could credit, no credit affect acceptance into CS major? So one of the things that I will say is there's going to have to be us at a department meeting talking about what the prerequisites now are. Um, I don't know how that conversation will go, but I fully suspect that we're not going to penalize students who take the pass fail option this semester because of the fact that This is literally, I mean, we're going to make special circumstances because we're already in the biggest special circumstance I've ever seen. For my section, first lecture is tomorrow at noon, correct? Um, but so we're certainly going to have to account for, you know, the fact that this semester has gone a way that nobody ever suspected. All right. I've been going here for about. I think it said in the email that you would still receive credit for the required course. Yes. Okay. I fully expected that would be the case. Um. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're here for my lecture tomorrow at noon, yes, I will still be doing a lecture. If you're not in my section, you're still welcome to attend. But all right. I'm gonna cut it off here for serious questions. Will these lectures be recorded? Yes, they are. Will the lecture be on Twitch? My lecture will be. Again, all of this information is on the master thread. Um, all this information is on the master thread. Okay. So I'm gonna create. Can we see your cats? All right. We're gonna move to non-serious question, but before we do, I'm gonna make people think who are just watching for the lecture that the class has ended. Ready? All right. We're gonna do that, but I'm gonna be back in like a minute. Sorry. I this is this we're gonna run into these issues. Okay. So the yes. Thank you. I realized there was no sound. I am. It's been a while since I've done this, but please be polite all the same. Thank you. So the orange one was Stewart, named after John Stewart, and the silver one was Colby Bear, aka Colbert, named after Stephen Colbert. Um, Also, my cat Morgan, which is my wife's cat. Uh, well, I mean she's my cat now too, but my wife found her. I can't. I don't want to pick her up because she's kind of a bit more easily rattled, but she is absolutely the best cat ever. Okay, so apologies for being muted there. I kept I kept turning my mic off and turning the OBS sound on, and then vice versa, and I wasn't trying to do that. Cool story, bro. Teach me something. So this is kind of just students wanted to ask questions. My lecture starts tomorrow at at noon. If you want to come learn something, come by my lecture at noon tomorrow. We'll be talking about exception handling and why you want exceptions in Java. Other questions? I know there were a few more, but I'm not gonna scroll up. I'm tired. And by the way, I'm only gonna do this for like 5 minutes. What games do I play? Heroes of the Storm is the game I play the absolute most. Um, and it's, yes, I know, lol, dead game, lol, but it's Heroes of the Storm is my most played game. I have been trying to get back into Civilization 6, but it just takes too long to play and I never have the time. Um, I have a Switch. I've been trying to play through Dragon Quest 11. Again, haven't had the time. Um, my guilty pleasure game is Dynasty Warriors. They're bad games, but they're fun. Favorite game of all time. So there's three games. The first is Mass Effect 2, although the whole Mass Effect series is amazing. The second is Dragon Age Origins, just because it was kind of the most RPG game I've ever played. Um, I haven't played Divinity, and I've heard that they're even better at being very RPG games. Um, but so Dragon Age Origins, Mass Effect, so kind of Bioware Golden Era. And then my third is To the Moon. That's a weird one that I'm going to throw out there. If you have like $5 to spend, To the Moon is an amazing story, and no movie has ever affected me as much as To the Moon has. Join our Minecraft server. I played Minecraft in grad school, and as you can probably tell by how old I look, that was a while ago. So that was back before I even finished my master's, let alone my PhD. Smash main. I don't really play Smash. I played Smash on the Nintendo 64, and I was a Pikachu main, but that was like when I was 12, and I suck at fighting games. I don't have a problem with Smash. I just really suck at fighting games. I'm very atrocious at them. Favorite starter Pokemon? Torchic. I'm gonna go with Torchic. Mudkip, close second. I like the Gen 3 starters. Favorite Gen 1 Squirtle. Charmander's overrated. Ever played TF2? Yes. And as I mentioned before, I suck at shooters. I occasionally play Overwatch for about 2 matches, and then I realize I'm terrible, and so I don't keep playing. Xbox or PlayStation? PC Master Race. Um, I play PC. Overwatch main. I was a Mercy main for a long time. I play healers a lot in games, so like I play healers and HOTS too. But a Mercy main or Lucio or by the way, if Coke or Pepsi, Coke. I actually I had a Xbox 360 and then I had a PS4, so I tend to get the most popular system because that's what my friends get, and then I can play with them. My IRL friends, all like four of them. All right, gonna like take another couple questions, and I'm just gonna pop off because I'm exhausted. And this is more I won't do this normally, so I'm just kind of letting people have their fun with this. Do I play any card games? I mean Dominion doesn't really count, but I play Dominion and Ascension. Triangle or circle? Did I play Civ 5 at all? Okay. I actually wrote a guide for Civ that has gotten tens of thousands of views, but I'm not gonna link it because that will reveal my online persona, and I don't want to. What's your favorite movie you've seen in the last year? Parasite, not even close. Knives Out was really good, but Parasite was amazing. Favorite Dominion expansion? I only have the base game. You have a game in Twitch? Yes. Can you watch it? No. No, I'm not gonna link it. Parasite was insane. I've never seen a movie like it. If you haven't seen it, don't research anything about it. Just watch it. It's insane. Can you open up donations to the channel? Absolutely not. 100% no. I will not open up donations to this channel for any reason because that creates a conflict of interest, and certainly it could turn into a perception of bias. So absolutely 100% no. You mentioned that you cast Heroes of the Storm. Yes, I do. And no, I will not be linking my Twitch stream. I did watch Snowpiercer, and I thought it was okay. I'll take that back. I thought Snowpiercer was really good. What is my headset? It's a Turtle Beach headset, and it is like 7 years old, but it's still kicking. And I have a desk mic, but it's currently sitting at my new house. Gaming setup. I actually can't remember. I haven't upgraded in a year or so. I upgraded my processor and motherboard. Um, like I know my computer can run Crysis, but I mean I don't play Crysis, but I can run the games I play at high settings, but I don't really play new games on PC. And yes, I know can it run Crysis is a meme. Did you ever think about being a video game designer? Absolutely. But I like teaching. I really do love teaching. All right, I'm gonna cut it off there. I won't be doing this for fun Q&A stuff, so I just wanted there are enough questions in there that I figured I would do it. It feels really awkward, by the way. I'm generally very self-conscious, shy, and introverted in real life, so this is like incredibly awkward for me. Yes, I have been washing my hands, so take care, stay safe. Please, please, please practice good social distancing. Act like you're infected because you very well might be and not know it. We need to flatten this. All right, take care, all.